The dark web is a mysterious and often misunderstood part of the internet. It's a place where you can find all sorts of illicit goods and services, from drugs and weapons to hacking tools and stolen data. But it's also a place where a lot of myths and misinformation circulate. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at some of the most common dark web myths and separate fact from fiction. Myth number 1. The dark web is a place where you can do anything and get away with it. While it's true that the dark web offers a higher level of anonymity than the regular internet, it's not a completely lawless place. Law enforcement agencies around the world are constantly monitoring the dark web and have made a number of arrests of people who were engaged in illegal activities on it. It's important to remember that just because you're on the dark web doesn't mean you can't get caught. Myth number 2. The dark web is only accessible through special software. One of the most common misconceptions about the dark web is that you need special software, like the Tor browser, to access it. While it's true that the Tor network is one of the main ways to access the dark web, it's not the only way. There are other networks and technologies that can be used to access the dark web, such as I2P and Freenet. In addition, it's worth noting that not all content on the dark web is hidden or encrypted. Some of it can be accessed just like regular websites, using regular web browsers. Myth number 3. The dark web is full of hackers and cybercriminals. While there is certainly a presence of hackers and cybercriminals on the dark web, it's important to remember that the dark web is not a monolithic entity. It's a vast and complex network of websites and communities, and not all of them are involved in illegal activities. There are also a number of legitimate uses for the dark web, such as anonymous communication and the sharing of sensitive information. It's important to approach the dark web with caution, but it's not accurate to portray it as a place where everyone is out to get you. Myth number 4. The dark web is full of scams and fake products. Just like any other part of the internet, the dark web is home to a number of scams and fraudulent activities. It's important to be careful and do your research before making any purchases on the dark web. That being said, it's also important to note that not all products and services on the dark web are fake or of poor quality. There are a number of legitimate sellers and service providers on the dark web as well. The dark web is a complex and often misunderstood part of the internet. While it's true that there are risks and dangers associated with it, it's important to remember that not everything you hear about the dark web is true. By separating fact from fiction, you can make more informed decisions about whether or not to engage with the dark web, and how to do so safely.